action is the hard problem, then both Tesla and Waymo have to solve the action problem without, the sensors don't matter there. It's the difficult problem, the planning, the game theoretic, the modeling of mental models and the intentions of other human beings, the pedestrians and the cyclists, is the hard problem. And then the other side, the 10 billion miles in simulation, the open problem from reinforcement learning, deep learning in general, is how much can we learn from simulation? How much of that knowledge can we transfer to then the real world systems? My hope in the autonomous vehicle space, AI assisted driving space, is to see more applied deep learning innovation. Like I mentioned, these are really exciting areas, at least to me, of active learning, multitask learning, and lifelong learning, online learning, iterative learning. There's a million terms for it, but basically continually learning, and then the multitask learning to solve multiple problems. Over-the-air updates, I would love to see in terms of the autonomous vehicle space. This is a prerequisite for online learning. If you want a system that continuously improves from data, you want to be able to deploy new versions of that system. Tesla is one of the only vehicles that I'm aware of in the level 2 space that's deploying software updates regularly and built an infrastructure to deploy those updates, so updating neural networks. That to me seems like a prerequisite for solving the problem of autonomy in the level 2 space, any space, is deploy updates. And for research purposes, public data sets continue. There's already a few public data sets of edge cases, but I'd love to continue seeing that from automotive companies and autonomous vehicle companies. And simulators, Carla, NVIDIA Drive Constellation, Voyage Deep Drive. There's a bunch of simulators coming out that are allowing people to experiment with perception, with planning, with reinforcement learning algorithms. I'd love to see more of that. And less hype, of course, less hype. One of the most overhyped spaces, besides sort of AI generally, is autonomous vehicles. And I'd love to see real, balanced, nuanced, in-depth reporting by journalists and companies on successes and challenges of autonomous driving.